Clarity Talks. It's a pleasure to be on with my partner and collaborator, Nahid Khan. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to jump in and explain to you what we are going to do. Don't watch this episode. I mean it. Don't watch this episode. It's not going to do you any good. You've got to make a commitment to yourself to watch the 4 episodes we are bringing under Clarity in Leadership Behavior. Why do I say this? It's because I've learned something working with Nahid that I requested her to bring out under Clarity in Leadership to share with y'all. Here's how it flowed. There was a time when I was wondering, what is leadership? And I'm sure those of you who are listening to this, you've had the same question. We hear so much about great leadership, the leadership requirement today post-pandemic. Leaders need to lead, you need to have great followers, authentic leadership, genuine. You got to be from the heart, you got to engage, you're going to connect, and it goes on and on and on. At the end of it, as a leader, be it as a business owner, be it as a CEO, be it as a manager, be it just as an individual, man or woman, it's a bit confusing. What do we really mean by leadership? Now, the common understanding, and I'm just clubbing myself in there, and with all due respects to others if you have a different one, but my understanding was, at a point in time in life, in corporate, I'm not a leader till I reach a certain designation. I'm not a leader till I get a certain hierarchy, so to speak. And that position in my head created leadership. So you see, the association was a role, a designation with leadership. But as I worked with Nahid, I realized that's not the case. We are leaders where we are in our individual life. So I might just be a retiree for all that matters, but I'm still leading. I'm leading my family, I'm leading myself. I might be the CEO, and I am the founder of my business, and I'm a co-partner with Nahid, and I've got a leadership role. Similarly, whether you're a one-to-one service provider, you're a business owner, you're a CEO, you're a vice president, you're leading. Why do I say this in my introduction here is because we have different perceptions about leadership, which stems from the behavior a leader shows. And this is where I'm going to open it up for Nahid to just give an overall explanation. And I request you to come back for the series that we are doing on this to understand how important it is to have clarity in your leadership behavior. Nahid, over to you. What is leadership behavior?
That's right, Joy. Leadership is a behavior. It's not a title. It's not a position. It's not a designation. It's not at all a label. It's a behavior. And we become so carried away with identifying or associating leadership with a title, with a label, with a designation, with a position, with achievements. And those achievements are also defined. Achievements which are related with winning again on certain criteria, certain benchmarks, which is again set by the people, by the society, by the corporates, by our educational institution, wherever we are. The leader is the one who's reached certain benchmarks, certain criteria. So we have this mental image, a mental representation of leadership. Only when you reach those criteria, you have that designation, you've been given that label, or you've got a team that you're leading. But we forget something, and that is all of us, we are leaders, because leadership is a behavior. I'll explain this to you in plain and simple words. Wherever you are in life, you are the one who've led yourself to that position. Whether you're a student,
Brilliant.
Whether you are a business owner, whether you are a professional leader, whether you are working in a team, whoever you are, wherever you are, you've led yourself in your life to this place wherever you are right now. Yep. Irrespective of whether you have been, whether you've won a trophy, you've got that certificate, whether your name has come out on the board, irrespective. Those are validations. That's not leadership behavior. We all have led us through certain places in life, certain disappointments in life, failures in life, mistakes in life, certain phases in life, education, job, marriage, business, all of it, we've led ourselves through. But we do not see ourselves as leaders. We don't see leadership in us. We see the leadership in someone else because that's what we've always been programmed to do.
We are responding to an external stimuli / standard of what leadership is, and we are trying to uphold to that from ourselves. But we don't see how we've led ourselves to where we are in life, whether we are 20 years old or 50 years old or 80 years old. It's us. We've made the choices. We've taken the action. We've gone ahead and done and brought ourselves to where we are. Love it. Leadership is a behavior. I'm going to use that catchphrase now. It's not an action, it's a behavior.
It is. And that's what, like in my company, I've led myself through whatever I have been in my life. I had people today when they ask me, who's your ideal leader? I never had one. Because in my life, the situations were such that if I looked at somebody else, I felt myself to be this small.
Yeah, that's what resonates between the two of us, which is why we work together. So
exactly. So I learned very early in life to look at myself. What is it that I wanted to change in my life and what decisions that I need to take to change that in my life. When I got my first job, I wanted to be a trainer. I was not a trainer, I was a salesperson. I led myself to be a trainer even when I was a salesperson. Even when I had a team of 37 people. We were number one in the region, our team. And I could only do this by training my people. I was a sales manager who was training my people. So I led myself through that too. I didn't wait for myself to get the designation.
Correct.
To do what I had to do. The behavior was my choice. So when I choose to lead my life, I am a leader.
That's the change. That's the clarity of thinking that needs to come in, that the choice is always with us as human beings. And when you choose, you lead. There's no standard, there's no parameter of right or wrong. You're just leading because you're taking that choice to do something about it. Great tip. Thank you so much. I think this is going to help. This is going to stir up some discussions also, I hope. If you're watching this, still with us, follow us, join our community on Telegram, on Clarity Talks, get our podcasts on YouTube and on LinkedIn also, and look forward for more information to know. Look forward to our webinars coming up in June. Thank you for watching.